So we have 6. So I think it's okay, huh?
Prabhuji, we can start, Prabhuji.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirai. Nashya Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shlokir Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees from Mayapur Institute. Mayapur Institute is doing Bhakti Vaibhava. We are discussing third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam has basically two divisions, or the two sections. The meeting of the two great devotees and the two types of creations. So the two types of creation are Dev Asur Evacha, divine creation and demonic creation. So divine creation is what we are discussing in this section. Swayambhu Manu and all the mental children of Brahma as 7 rishis, and the offspring are the descendant of Swayambhu Manu. They are all divine creation. And the demonic creation, Hiranyakash and Hiranyakashipu. So this is the two type of creation which is in Bhagavad Gita. Divau Sargo Loke Asmin Dev Asur Evacha. There are two type of creation, Dev and Asur. So in this third canto, we have these two type of creation. The meeting of the two great devotees at the first 4 chapter, the Udhav and Vidur, and discussing Krishna Katha. That was the beginning of the third canto. Third and fourth canto is Vidur and Maitreya Samvad. There is a discussion between Maitreya and Vidur. 2 sections of this third canto. The first section is the creation by Lord Vishnu and Brahma. The creation of Lord Vishnu is called Sarga, and creation by Brahma is called Visarga. And in this first section, there are 10 type of creation. If you remember, 6 are called Prakritik and the 4 are called Vaikarik. Prakritik and Vaikarik. The Prakritik are the creation by Vishnu and Vaikarik are the creation by Brahma. And the 2 incarnation of Lord are in the third canto. And first section, Varahadev. And this is the section which we discussed the appearance of Varahadev. And this Varahadev is action-oriented incarnation. He does only bring the Mother Earth from the Patal Lok of in Garbha Sagar and establish in the orbit. And the next second section we have the another incarnation, Kapil Dev, which is actually knowledge-oriented incarnation, imparting the transcendental knowledge to Mother Devuti, which is the second longest discourse by the Supreme Lord in Bhagavatam after Krishna's discourse to Uddhav as a Uddhav Gita. This Devuti and Kapil Dev's Samvad is second longest teaching in Bhagavatam. So we are now today starting this 13th chapter, appearance of Lord Varaha, pastimes of Varaha. There are 50 verses in this section. We will go step by step. This is the summary of this chapter given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He said, 13th chapter describe how, following the words of Manu, Brahma meditated and from his nose appeared a boar which approached earth and raised it. The boar was then praised by the sages. So this is the summary of this chapter. Now we are going to the section of the verses. So first 5 verses right here. 1 to 5. Inquiries by Vidur about Swayambhu Manu. Now the last chapter described the appearance of Swayambhu Manu from the right side of Brahma, and from the left side of Brahma appearance of Shatarupa. And then the chapter ends. Now Vidur wants to know about Swayambhu Manu. So let's read the first verse. Sri Shukha Vacha. Nishmaya Vacham Vadato Muneha Punyatamam Punyatamam Nirpa Bhuyaha Prapacha Kauravayo Vasudeva Katha Adritaha. Sukdev Vacha. So these are the words of Sukdev Goswami. Nishma means after hearing. Nishmaya is the word used when somebody attentively hears. Vacham, words. Vadato is spoken. Muneha. Muneha means by Maitreya Muni. Punyatamam. Punyatamam Nirpa. Punyatamam is the most virtuous. Punyatamam. Punya. Punyata. Punyatam. Punyatar. Punyatamam. The most virtuous. Nirpa, O king. Bhuya Prabhachato. Who is actually Punyatamam? Punyatamam is a Maitreya heard the words. Maitreya's words were heard by Vidur. Punyatamam. Nirpa, Maharaj Parikshata. Bhuya Prabhacha, he again asked Kauravayaho. Kauravayo is the address to the Vidur. So Punyatamam, Nirpa, and Kauravayo. Kauravayo, why Vidur is called Kauravayo? Because he is a descendant in the Kuru dynasty, his son of Vyasadeva. Hare Krishna. Kauravayo. Vasudeva Katha Adritaha. Vasudeva, Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Katha means subject or topic. Adrita is most important. One who adores Srila Prabhupada writes, it means with great attention and respect. So mostly the purport in this verse is on word Adrit. So now the translation you see, Prabhupada writes, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, after hearing all these most virtuous topics from the sage Maitreya. So Punyatamam are the, so if I ask you this question, if we see these couple of words here in this verse, Punyatamam, Vasudev Katha. So what this Punyatam, anything is coming in your mind, some verse where Vasudev Katha is related with some Punyatam?
Punya Shravana Kirtana, Shanvatam Swakatha Krishna.
Yes, this is the verse. Shranatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Sarvana Kirtana. So hearing Vasudev Katha is actually Punyatamam. Most virtuous, most auspicious, most pious. So this is the way to really relish Bhagavatam. When you see some words, then something you should recall from your previous studies and correlate with them. So now the principle is that if one sincerely hear Krishna Katha, that is the most virtuous activity. That is Punyatamam. Is it okay? This is the principle. Now, we are going further. Vidur inquired further on the topic of personality of Godhead, which he adored to hear. Adrat. But this one, when you see this word Adrat, any other, some word is, verse is coming, or one, something is coming to your memory, Adrat. Ras Vilas Das, Adrat.
No, Prabhuji, I can't.
I am giving you a hint, it is a nectar of instruction. It is about chanting holy name. And it is jaundice, a tongue which is inflected with jaundice cannot relish the taste of the holy name.
Right.
But if we anodinam, the word is every day. If one chant Adrat with all respect and adoration, then this disease is cured. Moola, from the root. You remember the word Adrat there? Now it's coming in your memory.
So, Prabhuji, I remember the verse that you said, because jaundice and all that, I remember that part. So I know the English part of things, but I don't remember the Sanskrit words.
Yeah, the sentence with one who chant the holy name Adrat. The word is Adrat there.
Mhm.
So like chanting, once we are chanting, we should do it with a great respect, adored. When we hear Krishna Katha, that should be the same mood. Now, Srila Prabhupada's purport. Srila Prabhupada has taken only one word, Adrat, for purport. This word is significant because it indicates that Vidur had a natural inclination. Vidur has a natural inclination for hearing the transcendental message of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he was never fully satisfied, though continuing to hear those topics.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, that is the 7th verse of the NOI.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah, so that is the Adrat is carefully, the Kintu Adrat Onudinam Kholu Saiva.
Same
Yeah.
thing with both respect. Adrat word means to give, other means to give respect. With
Yes,
adoration, same. The,
Yes, Prabhu.
yeah, the word meaning word to word may be different at different time. Carefully is also means getting attentively. There is another way. Attentively means with great respect. Yes, okay, that's good. Who is
Yes,
it?
Prabhu. Thank you.
Who is speaking, Prabhu?
Young Joy Keshav Das, Abu Dhabi.
Oh, Jay Keshav Das, kaise hai? Hi, you are okay?
Yes, ठीक है Prabhu ji.
I just came to Bombay today for the memorial section for Prabhupada. I just went there,
Okay.
heard many devotees spoke something, came back.
Yes, Prabhu ji.
So, okay. So now the point here is, say Adrat, I'm giving you two examples, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj 100 times and pastime of Prahlad Maharaj 100 times in Tota Gopinath from Gadadhar Pandit. So same topic, if we hear second time, we know Prahlad Maharaj, yes, we know Dhruva Maharaj. But this is the Adrat with a great adoration, because Mahaprabhu was saying the determination of Dhruva Maharaj and perseverance of Prahlad Maharaj in all difficulties, in all odd situations, his firm determination in Krishna consciousness that Krishna will protect in all circumstances. So Mahaprabhu was relishing that 100 times and he was never. That is the meaning of Adrat. If we hear the same thing again, we should have a great respect for that. So Vidur wanted to hear more and more. Why one should hear more and more? So that he could be more and more blessed by the transcendental message. If we blessed by transcendental message, it means when we hear Krishna Katha, we are getting blessed. We are getting blessed. So this is a blessing. Because Krishna Katha is non-different than Krishna. And therefore, this is the greatest blessing. Chakravarti also had the same mood. Adrat is. Adrat here means Vidur having respect or attention rather than being respected. Respect or attention. He follows from the rules upon and he should leave it. Adrat can mean Vidur who was respected by. So one meaning is Maitreya has a respect for Vidur because he's son of Vyasadeva. Maitreya thought, let Vidur hear me through these topics. May he become successful from my speaking the sweetness of Krishna. Or Adrat also can mean who was attentive to topics, since it means this is in relation to hearer and listener. So the word Adrat has commented by both acharyas. So we should only learn from this and apply in our personal life that Krishna Katha should be heard with attention, respect, reverence, because it's a blessing. And when somebody is getting blessing, then we have to bow down and get blessing. We have to be humble. So here is another thought. Attention of ear, respectful attitude is more important than attention of the ear. Attention of the heart, that is respectful attitude towards Krishna Katha, is more important than attention of the ear, simply hearing attentively. Maitreya had attention of the ear from Krishna. When Krishna was speaking to Uddhava, Maitreya was attentively hearing only with ears. When Krishna was speaking to Uddhava, He was a Gyan Mishra Bhakta. Maitreya is a Gyan Mishra Bhakta. More eager to get knowledge from the Lord rather than Bhakti. Here Vidur has both attentions present because he has attention of the heart and attention of the ear. Both are there. So this is from the different part of the person. This thought is derived about the attention. So by now we know Adrat has a two part. One is of the heart and other is of the ear. The attention of the heart is more important. To be respectful in attitude is more important than simply becoming attentive of the ear, hearing attentively. So respect is more important. Both are more important. Next verse. Vidruvacha savai swayambhuvah samrat priyah putrah swayambhuvah pratilabhyah priyam patnim kimachakara tato mune. So this is the question of the Vidur. Vidur said, "O great sage Maitreya, what did Swayambhu Manu, the dear son of Brahma, do after obtaining his very loving wife?" This question is like the first verse of Bhagavad Gita. When the Kauravas and Pandava gathered at the Kurukshetra, what did they do? Prabhupada used to say, when somebody is sitting on the dining table and prasad is served on the plate, and then you ask, what did he do? Everybody knows that he has honored the prasad, but that is not the meaning. It means actually what happened. So this question is whole Bhagavad Gita in this one question. So what did Swayambhu Manu do? So Swayambhu Manu addressed Brahma. That what should we do? And where should we create? There is no earth. So what did they do means how respectful they were to their father and how they actually followed the instruction of their father. So that part is most important. So there is no purport to this verse. What did Swayambhu Manu do after attending his wife? Next verse, verse 3. The connection with the period. Usually, people enjoy after marriage, and it wouldn't be suitable to hear about for renunciate, but in the case of Manu, it was different. So it means he's son of Brahma, he's not born from any mother, he's Swayambhu. So what did he do is something different. So question is valid. Charitam tasya raja rishi adi rajasya satam bruhi me shardadhanaya vishwakeshana ashrayo hi asau. Vishwakeshana ashrayo hi asau. One who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu. So charitam means character. Tasya Raj Rishi Adi Rajasya. So this Adi Raja, Manu is the Adi Raja. Adi means beginning. From the beginning, he is the first ruler. Raj Rishi Satam. Satam means great. Satam Prasangam Mama Virya Samvado. Satam means, this word Satam is in a second verse of the Mangalacharan. Dharma projit kaitavo paramo nirmatsranam satam. Satam, dear Srila Prabhupada, great devotees. Nirmatsar mean 100% pure, free from enviousness. So Raj Rishi Satam, Adi Raj Rishi. And who is that? Swayambhu Manu. Charitam tasya Raj Rishi Adi Raj Rishi Satam, great devotee, Swayambhu Manu. Purvime Shardadhananaya. I am very Shardadhanaya. I have much respect for it. I am eager to receive. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada writes Shardhana, enthusiasm, eagerness. And the last word, that king means Swayambhu Manu, who has completely surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, taken shelter of Ashriya. O best of the virtuous, the original king of kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead, Hari, Satam. And thus, it is worth hearing of his sublime character, Charitam, and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. Shraddhanaya. The only word, one who has taken shelter, the great devotee of personality of Godhead. But what's the word shelter? That part, Vishvakeshena Ashraya, is not as such in the translation. O Vidur, please describe to me, endowed with faith, the activities of the first saintly king. He took shelter of the Supreme Lord, Ashraya, Vishvakeshena. So, in this verse, Srila Prabhupada has taken Srimad Bhagavatam is full of transcendental topic of personality of Godhead and his pure devotees. So what is this? What is the meaning of this? Bhagavatam is full of the transcendental topic of personality of Godhead and his pure devotee. What is this? What is this? Which subject matter of Bhagavatam is this? Bhagavatam has 10 subject matters. Which one is this?
Ishanu Katha.
Yes, it's Ishanu Katha. This is Ishanu Katha, topic of the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. And usually Ishanu Katha is throughout the Bhagavatam, but 9th chapter is fully Ishanu Katha. And there is another principle. Why should we hear about Swayambhu Manu? What is there? We want to hear only Krishna Katha. So what is the other principle here? Prabhupada said, we don't want to hear. Why we hear about Pandava and Kurukshetra? We are interested in Krishna. But there is some principle. And what is that principle?
Which is connected to Krishna.
Yes, there's some word, any Sanskrit word you remember?
Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe.
Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe. That is the principle. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. We have no attachment to any topic whatsoever it is, but if anything which is connected with Krishna, we are interested in that. So this same principle is here, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe and Ishanu Katha. So Vardhadhar, your hand is up. You have some question?
Yes, Prabhuji, it was regarding the previous verse. So we read that when we hear Krishna Katha, we get blessed. Prabhuji, I understood that when we hear Krishna Katha, we get purified. So this
Blessing is Cheto Darpan Marjanam. This is the greatest blessing that our the Krishna Katha, what it actually does is Sattvam cha Shuddhyet. It purifies our existence. Sattvam cha Shuddhyet, philosophically, Sattvam cha Shuddhyet. And this is in 10th canto, chapter 7, verse number 1 and 2. Hearing Krishna Katha leads to many benefits, and one of the benefit is Sattvam cha Shuddhyet, which means purify our existence. So purification of existence is the greatest blessing.
so it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So blessing in the form of purification of our consciousness, purification of our mind, purification of our intelligence, purification of our false ego. So this is Sattvam actually. Our existence is these 4 things which is called Antakaran, are the inner senses, which needs to be purified. We purify every day our eyes, our nose, our teeth, mouth, but how to purify our inner senses, mind, intelligence, false ego, and polluted consciousness. For cleaning those inner senses, the process is hearing Krishna Katha.
And Prabhuji, in case somebody is like already pure, he has no impurity at all, and if he continues to hear
And then his dormant love within the heart will manifest. After purification, the real love of God will manifest, and then he will be blissful. Then he will come to the stage of Sandra Anand Vishesh Atma. Sandra Anand Vishesh Atma means condensed bliss. He is blissful.
understood.
Okay. So two principles here, Ishanu Katha and Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. In the absolute world, there is no difference in quality between the Supreme Lord and his pure devotee. Quality means they both are Satchidanand, uncontaminated. And what is the contamination? Contamination is three modes of material nature. Therefore, hearing the topic of Lord and hearing of the character and activities of the pure devotees have the same result, namely the development of devotional service. Development of devotional service. It means from Adav Shraddha to Prem, and after Prem also to the higher stages. Is it okay? Today I have some engagement. I also came from outside, so we can have a short class. So we can have short class today.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Shrutasya punsham suchira shamasya nano anjasa shuribhidito artha tattad gunano sharvanam mukanda padara vindam hridayeshu yesham. Shrutasya punsham suchira sharmasya nano anjasa. Anjasa means very easy. The word anjasa came from word anjan. Anjan means the mascara which some ladies put in the eyes. So something which can be put in the eye and is not giving any trouble, that's called anjasa. Shuri bhira iridito. Iridito means worship. Artha means the goal or purpose. Artha, statements. Or artha here means meaning or statements. Gunano Sharvanam Mukanda Padaravinda Hirdeshu Yesham. Those in whose heart the lotus feet of Mukand is manifested. So this is a very, very nice verse actually. Person who hear from a spiritual master with great labor, Sharmasya. Sharm means labor. And for long time, Surichira, Chirat, Chira means for long time. Suchira. Must hear from mouth of pure devotee about the character and activities of the pure devotees. Pure devotee, what is the definition of pure devotee? Pure devotee always think within their heart of lotus feet, of personality of Godhead, who award his devotion, devotees liberation, Mukanda. So the goal, artha, of person engaged in hearing scripture from Guru for a long time, praised by the great devotees, is hearing the glories of those in whose heart Mukanda reside. Something common bhajan in Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, where the lotus feet of Lord or Lord is within the heart of a devotee. Vaishnava Thakur Tav Hirde Govinda Vishram. There's a verse something like that, there's some bhajan, Govinda Vishram. Vaishnava.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
What is that? Hriday Govinda Vishram.
Tomastane aparade tare hari.
And Govinda kahe, and Govind said, he is not out of my heart and I am in his heart. And same thing is Lord Vishnu told to Ambrish Maharaj, my devotees are in my heart and I am in their heart. Something that is lotus feet of Lord is in our heart. How can we really practically understand this? How the devotee can keep the lotus feet of the Lord within his heart? It means we have to hear from the devotees who have lotus feet of Lord in their heart.
Yes, Prabhuji. This is that Tomaro Hridaya Sada Govinda Visram Govinda Kahena Mora Vaishnava Puran.
Pran. Govinda kahena mora Vishra Vaishnu Pran.
Vaishnava
Life and
Puran.
soul.
Yes.
And Vaishnu says Govind is in my heart. This. So, and lotus feet of the Lord Krishna is always in Radharani's heart. She always keeps the lotus feet of Krishna within her heart. You have heard this heart milk pastime, where Rukmani gave the heart milk to Radha and she came to massage the feet of Krishna, and there were blisters on the soul of Krishna. She said, how come in the middle of the night you got foot burned? So you gave the heart milk to Radharani and my feet reside there, so they got burned. There is some pastimes called heart milk pastime. So pure devotee keep the lotus feet in their heart. How can we apply in our life? We have to go to see the deities from the lotus feet. At least when we close our eyes, wherever we are, immediately the lotus feet of Lord appear in our heart of our presiding deities. You can see the Krishna having a cross legs, standing soul, red soul. You can see on the foot the tulsi leaf and the sandalwood. You can see the ankle bells. So that at least we close our eyes and we can see the lotus feet of Krishna in our heart. That is called Mukanda Padaravinda. And more than that, actually, if you really are serious about keeping lotus feet in the heart, then the marks on the lotus feet of Krishna, you should memorize. And when you see lotus feet, you remember those marks. There is a conch shell, there is a barley seed, there is a lotus flower, there is a flag. There is so many, there are 18 marks on the lotus feet of Krishna, both feet. So that is how to keep the lotus feet of Krishna within the heart for us. And when going to the temple, we should meditate more on lotus feet of the heart, because it says lotus feet of the Supreme Lord are the boat to cross the material ocean. This is not the boat that we have to actually ride on. This is the boat we have to simply meditate on. And when we meditate on these lotus feet, which are like a boat, then this ocean of material existence become like a small impression by a calf, the hoof of a calf filled with water, a child can climb. So by meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, which is boat, we can cross this material world like one child can cross the water contained in the footmarks calf. Is it clear? What it means actually? So it's called Tav Pada Potena Mahat Kritena. Tav Pada Potena means your lotus feet is a boat. Mahat Kritena, this Mahat, great souls have made this. And they cross the material world by taking this lotus feet, and they leave the boat behind. And Prabhupada said, leave the boat behind means leave the devotional service. Leave the process of devotional service. So now the purport for this verse is, The transcendental student are those who undergo great penance in being trained by hearing the Vedas from a bona fide spiritual master. This is traditional Gurukul system. Not only must they hear about the activities of Lord, but they must also hear about the transcendental qualities of the devotees who are constantly thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord within their heart. Ishanupata. A pure devotee of the Lord cannot be separated from the lotus feet of the Lord for even a moment. Yuga yitam nimishena chakshusha prayavishtam sunya yitam jagat sarvam govinda virayane me. That is the mood. For a moment, one cannot be separated from lotus feet of Krishna. Undoubtedly, the Lord is always within the heart of all living creature. Yes, Ishwar Sarvascham Hirde Sanivishto. But they hardly know about it because they are deluded by the illusory material energy, Maya. The devotees, however, realize the presence of the Lord, and therefore they can always see the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. Such pure devotees of Lord are glorious as the Lord. They are in fact recommended by the Lord as more worshipable than he himself. Aradhanam, Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam. This is a common verse which Lord Shiva speaks to Parvati. But of all the worship of Vishnu is topmost, but higher than that is worship of the Vaishnava. Krishna says, those who says, I am devotee of Krishna, I don't know him. But those who are devotee of devotee, I am my devotee, I accept them as my devotees. So that is the verses in Prabhupada's mind when he's writing this purport. The devotees, however, realize the presence of the Lord, and therefore they can always see the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. Such pure devotees of the Lord are as glorious as Lord. As glorious as Lord. Today, when I was there at Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's memories and glorification, whatever my relation with Maharaj was about Kumbh Mela and preaching in Pakistan, I spoke. But then I said one realization, there's a one common verse, initiation means Je Kale Shish Kare Atma Samarpan. By the time the disciple take the shelter of the spiritual master, Sei Kale Krishna Kare Apsam. Exactly at that time, Krishna will make him as glorious as Krishna himself. I said, I realized this verse actually during this couple of 3-4 days when I see what actually it means, that many places Srila Prabhupada has given in purport that in such pure devotees in whose heart there is a lotus feet of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna manifest in those devotees. So like the 6 qualities of Bhagavan, which are in Lord unlimitedly, they also manifest in devotees. Pure devotees, therefore they are glorious. As one of the quality which is in the will of Maharaj is renunciation. He said, I have only, my asset is my deities. That is, Krishna is mine. Rest all millions of dollars worth of big temples and so much. No, Krishna, my deities are my wealth. So I realized that actually Krishna Kare Apasam means Krishna will make that person as glorious as Krishna is. Prabhupada is now worshipped all over the world. Every day there is a Guru Puja in more than 650 temples all over the world. That is Prabhupada is as glorious as Krishna. Sometimes the pure devotee is more merciful than Krishna. Therefore, he is called personification of mercy of Krishna. Krishna Kripa Murti is divine grace. Because Krishna cannot give devotion to anybody. Because if he gives to somebody and not give to others, then he will be partial. Therefore, devotion can only be given by pure devotees. Therefore, devotee is more merciful than Krishna. So Prabhupada writes here, they become as glorious as Lord. They are in fact recommended by Lord as the more worshipable than he himself. Where it is recommended? Aradhanam Sarvesham. Worship of the devotee is more potent than the worship of the Lord. More potent means gives to the devotee, because Bhakti Janam Haite Bhakta Sange. The birth of devotion takes place by the association of devotee, not by Supreme Lord. Therefore, sadhu sanga sarva shastra kahe, lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi ho. It is therefore the duty of the transcendental student to hear of the pure devotees as explained by similar devotees of the Lord, because one cannot explain about the Lord or his devotees unless one happens to be the pure devotee himself. Matchid madgat pran bodhayanta parasparam katyantasya nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. This verse of Bhagavad Gita, because these pure devotees, they always matchitta. They always think of Krishna. Madgat prana, if they don't see my Lord's feet in their heart, their life here stop, their breathing is stopped. Then how they are alive? Katyantas, they speak bodhayanta parasparam, they speak katha and they hear. And therefore they tushyanti, they are satisfied, and ramanti cha. So this is what is most important, is that we should respect the devotees. And devotee association generally means hearing from devotee. This is the one line you should always remember. Devotee association means hearing from devotee. This is the definition of devotee association. Hearing Hari Katha from devotee. That is the meaning of devotee association. Chakravarti Pad writes, without hearing about Lord and his devotees, knowledge of the most learned person is useless. The goal of the person engaged in studying scripture from the mouth of a guru, Shrutasya, in which there is a long effort, Suchira Sharmasya, long time and long effort, is praised by the great devotees. Other goals are condemned. Other goals means dharma, artha, kam, moksha. We don't need this. We need devotion. What is that goal? It is hearing and chanting of the qualities of the person in whose heart exists the lotus feet of the Krishna. So goal is devotee association actually. Mahaprabhu was asked, what is the rarest thing in this world? And Mahaprabhu said, association of the devotee. If we associate with devotees, that is the greatest wealth. That is really the earth. Okay. So verse number 5. Sri Shuka Vacha. Iti brahmanam viduram vinitam sahasra shrishanas charana pada charano upadhanam prahishta roma bhagavat kathayam pranyamano mune abhyacheshta. So Sahasra Srishta. Sahasra means 1,000, Sahasra. And Srishna means heads. This is the word Srila Prabhupada is commented upon. And the meaning of this verse is here. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, the personality of Godhead Krishna was pleased to place his lotus feet on, because Vidur was very meek and gentle. Viduram Vinitam. Vinitam means very humble and gentle. Vinitam means very humble and gentle. The sage Maitreya was very pleased with Vidur's words, and being influenced by his spirit, he attempted to speak. And there is a word, prashtra Roma. It means hair standing on end. So Chakravarti Pad writes, Shukdev Goswami said, Maitreya, his hairs standing on end, inspired by Vidura, began to speak topics of the Lord to humble Vidura, Vinitam, who had acted as a plough for the feet of the Lord and who had just spoken. So the topic here is Vidur's lap was the pillow for the lotus feet of Lord Krishna when Lord Krishna went as a peace messenger to the assembly of Kauravas. And after taking some prasad at Vidura's home, Lord was resting, keeping his foot on the lap of Vidura. But Srila Prabhupada writes, the word Sahasra Srishna is very significant. One who has diverse energies and activities. Diverse energies and activities and wonderful brain is known as Sahasra, means thousand, Srishna means head. So this is the actually Purusha Shukta prayers. Sahasra Srikha Purvuka. This is the Sahasra Sricha. Samana thousands heads. So it means diverse energies and activities and wonderful brain is known as Sahasra. And this qualification applicable only to the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and no one else. The personality of Godhead was pleased to dine sometime with Vidura at his home, and while resting, he placed his lotus feet on the lap of Vidura. Maitreya was inspired by the thought of Vidura's wonderful fortune. The hairs of his body stood on end, and he was pleased to narrate the topic of personality of Godhead with great delight. So same thing, pastime of Vidura. Now, second section, I think you have any question? We have a glimpse today. Next time we'll start from here onward. The next section from 6 to 15, conversation between Brahma and Manu. So Maitreya will now start what Manu told to Brahma and how Brahma reacted, and then how Lord Vara appeared. That section we will do next Saturday from 6 to 8. That is, what is your feedback? Any question, comment, feedback?
Prabhuji, just one question from my side. So when we have to ask questions, Prabhuji, should we interrupt you in between, or we just raise hands on the Zoom link, on the Zoom software? So what is?
I may not see the Zoom software sometime because, so you may ask that if you I have some question. So if I have some point to make, then I can tell that wait for a minute, let me finish the point, or else I can ask, please ask if you like. But I don't know, usually I read all the verses Sanskrit and then goes, with the purport thoroughly. I don't know how you feel.
Love it, Prabhuji. Love it. Please do this. This is beautiful. Amazing class. I
Hare
loved
Krishna.
every word you said, Prabhuji.
We will cover, I think, subject also in due course of time, but I would like to relish here actually the words of the actually verses, because that is actually the glory of taking birth in India, because this language is in your the words are in your language 80%. What if now the verse is in front of you? Yada swabhariya sardham jatah swayambho manoho pranjalihi pranatras chedam veda garbham abhashat. Many words, if you think for 2 minutes, you may know the meaning of these words in your own language. And if you really take a little exercise of 2 minutes to go to word of Prabhupada's, word to word meaning, and then go back. I know all these words. Yada, when, swabharya, one's own wife, bharya is wife. Sardam, I don't understand. Go, accompanied by Sardam, along with. Jataha, appeared. Swayambhavo Manuho Pranjali. Now, Pranjali, what is the meaning of Pranjali? Anjali. Anjali means folded hands. So, most of the words are in our language. We have simply to do a 2 minutes exercise, sometime maybe half-minute exercise. And then you relish actually that you are understanding. And actually, Rupa Goswami says, Bhagavata Shabda Artha Rasaswadam. Bhagavat Shabda means words of Bhagavatam. Arth means meaning. Rasaswadam means relishing. Relishing the nectar meanings of the words of Bhagavat. And then you see which words Srila Prabhupada has selected for purport. And how that word actually, that purport is applicable for us in preaching, or in our personal application, or some other, in academics or whatever. So you have to apply every time all this parameters to all the verses. It takes few minutes, but you will relish it when you become habituated to it.
Prabhuji, this reminded me one question, if I can ask. So Prabhupada says that we don't need to, in one of his audio, I think he says that we don't need to know the meaning of the mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If we just speak, it will work and it will help purify us. And Prabhupada mentions a lot of benefits of that mantra. So if suppose...
Which mantra?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
If you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for few years, then?
Prabhupada says that we don't need to know the meaning of the mantra.
That is different thing actually. This is like this. In the beginning in Gurukul, the children were trained to recite only mantra. They were not knowing the meaning of mantra. And when their memory is complete, when they memorize all those, then they are told of the meaning of those mantras. Because now the words are on their tongue, so meaning is very easy. But usually, even if we don't know the meaning of the mantra, the words of the mantra themselves are purified. Because these are the transcendental sound vibration. Even without, and then the example Prabhupada gives, you may not know the potency of a medicine. You take inside and you are cured. So it's not that everybody is doctor, but you take medicine and your problem is over. So you chant mantra and your problem is over. You may not know the meaning. And you may not know that it is a poison, but you will die. So like that, the mantra acts definitely. But relishing these mantras with meaning is relishing Bhagavatam. In the beginning, Prabhupada has explained the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra on Hare Krishna album. This is the transcendental sound vibration beyond the body, senses, mind, and intellectual. He explained that. Hara is the energy of the Supreme Lord. We address the. So he gave the meaning also. But when he's giving, he's giving all classes, you see, he's giving the meaning of the word, the background of that word, and a cultural background of that word when he speaks. Because this is only because those who are born in India, they have this prerogative because they know the background of these things. For actually those, they can understand the meaning of the words, but they cannot know the background of culture. That is little. This is Bharata Bhumi Te Haila Manush Janam. This is a very important verse actually, from that point of view. So anyway, let's see how we can go further.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in the verse number 5, it is said that because the Krishna was pleased with Vidura, because Vidura was very meek and gentle. So I was just meditating that how we can then develop the meek and gentle behavior.
Meek and gentle. Trinadapi sunina taropi soishna. Every day recite this verse and keep this verse as a garland around your neck. That is the
Yes.
only verse to make us meek and humble. Trinadapi suniche nataropi saishuna amani namanadena kirtanya sada. And Srila Prabhupada once told, so what you are proud of? You are 1/10,000 of tip of hair. What are you? So you must be humble because you are nothing. Once Prabhupada said, like, to become humble means, what is your size? 1/10,000 of a tip of hair. What you are proud of?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So actually, if we have vidya or education, real education, then we become humble. Vidya dana dadati vinyam. Vidya dadati vinyam. If you are educated, actually wise, then you are humble. Modern education make you proud, but Vedic education made you humble. It's make humble. Vidya dadati vinyam. Vidur was a son of Vyasdev. He was as good as Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Only he cannot become king, but he was the wise man. And beyond that, he was actually a great devotee. He was Dharmaraj himself came on the earth, so he was knowing who is Krishna. And he was humble and meek, means he kept the lotus feet of Krishna on his lap. That was his humbleness. It means the one who has a lotus feet of Krishna in his heart. So Vidur is a great devotee of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Can I ask
And
Prabhu?
very nice, Prabhuji, that you are reading the purport also.
I know modern students are not having Purva Swadhyaya. They don't have a time to read everything beforehand. So at least with me, they can read once something, at least gather something, because this is my experience. Those who come there and live on the campus, they can do that. But those who are online and who are working, it's not possible for them to thoroughly read that. It's better, therefore, we should read together and relish it.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji, do you have to go now? Can I ask one question?
yes.
Prabhuji, today I understood the meaning of Jnana Mishra Bhakti the way you explained. First time I've heard about this. Krishna Katha should be heard with respect and attention. What respect is what attention? Beautiful, Prabhuji. I just want to ask, how do we, when you say respect, do you mean love? Respect with the heart? Can you give us an example? How do we develop that?
Generally speaking, when we go to the Bhagavatam class, we first offer our obeisances. Because Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna. So this is our respect from heart to the Bhagavatam. Even before hearing, we offer obeisance when we go in class. So it means Bhagavatam is like a deity. So we should have that sort of adar. Adar means respect for that. And then also humble oral reception. There's a Prabhupada's another saying, humble oral reception. It means we should attentively hear as a mercy coming to us as a blessing. So Krishna is a, so we can say maybe Prabhupada or Krishna is speaking through this person for my benefit. Because usually we have a choice. Who is giving class Bhagavatam today? Oh, so let's rush there. Oh, that person. Okay, no, today we are not going. It means we don't have a respect for Bhagavatam. Why we say whoever giving Bhagavatam, but he is speaking Bhagavatam. So maybe through his mouth Krishna can speak to us, or Prabhupada can speak to us. So we should have a respect for Bhagavatam. A speaker may be anybody. But usually this verse says, those speaker in whose heart lotus feet of Krishna manifest, that we can relish more. So practically we should give, and we should have a, say respect of the heart and respect of attentiveness of the, it means we should be aware that Bhagavatam is not different than Krishna. And also this Bhagavatam which we study, it also contains Prabhupada within the Bhagavatam in the form of its purpose. So Bhagavatam is Krishna and Prabhupada both for us. So we should have a respect, keeping in our mind their identity. I never say I am reading book. We are serving book. My Gita I have written, this Bhagavad Gita is served by me with all respect, because this is a person. They are persons. They reciprocate according to our attention of the heart and surrender. The books are not books, they are persons. They reciprocate according to our surrender, according to our attitude, according to our actually respect, honor, adoration. They reciprocate, and then the meanings will jump out. And maybe 100 times we have read Bhagavad Gita, but every time the new meaning manifests. So this is a person, they are not books.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It's a
Okay.
very wonderful realization.
Your hand is up.
Yes, Prabhuji, one last question, Prabhuji. Sorry to keep you here. Prabhuji, when I close my eyes and when think about Lord in Singapore temple, we have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Mai. So their faces flash.
There's no lotus feet there.
So Prabhuji, what should I do in that case? Because their face appears in my when I try to think of them.
There's no difference between the feet and face of the Lord. Just angry. Because every day we say every part will do the all function of the Supreme Lord. So if you have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, Maharani, and Sudarshan Chakra, then you just have that face in your mind. That's same thing, as good as whichever deities you have to meditate on that.
So I was thinking like maybe we should put some pictures of Lord's lotus feet in our.
That will be nice. And Mahaprabhu, when he was looking at Jagannath, he was seeing Tribhang Lalita Krishna. He was able to see everything. Yeah. So maybe this is good, really practice to keep the lotus feet of Krishna every time, in your pocket, which is at least usually it's at the place of heart. So maybe outside it is in your heart.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hey.
Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Sarvabhauma Prabhuji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So only Jai Keshav I know because I visited couple times Avatari Desh.
You've also visited Krishna Katha Desh, Prabhuji.
Yes.
You also, there is one disciple of yours, Yatinam Shiromani, who 2 years back maybe took initiation from you in New Zealand, along with his wife. They're from Krishna Katha Desh.
I am not initiating Wala Baba. I am the simply humble Vinit servant. But I visited Qatar. You are in Qatar, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Twice I visited Qatar. I visited very early, I think.
More than 10 years back. We remember this very well.
Vaibhava was the Yatra leader at that time. I stayed with him.
Vaikuntapati Prabhuji, you came to Chaudhary Prabhuji's place also.
Yeah. 2 times I visited as far as I remember. Okay. Hare Krishna. Singapore I visited, but I never met you, Prabhu, it appears. Well, I stayed one day with one devotee. I think he was doing Bhakti Shastri for a while. Then he dropped me at the airport. We had a cruise Bhagavatam 5 days once, and before Corona, I think.
Prabhuji, maybe I can share that I am in ISKCON because of you, Prabhuji. It's a long story, but maybe I'll share sometime.
Anyway, my Atma is always wandering anywhere in Atma series. So many people learned, heard me there.
It is actually your Ram Katha, Prabhuji, in 2014 I heard, and that
Oh, in the Juhu,
yes, Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
Juhu Ram Katha. This year I did in Hyderabad. And next year again doing in Juhu. Then after that they told me this year you come here again. Oh, Ram Katha ki jai. That Ram Katha is most popular actually. I have done first time in Mauritius, but that is more popular. Mauritius is the island where every house has a Hanuman temple and everybody read Ramayana. So they wanted me to speak Ram Katha there. I went there. I just came from Mauritius, by the way, a week ago.
So Prabhuji, when I was new to ISKCON, I was more inclined towards Lord Ram. So I was thinking, why everybody is speaking about Krishna only? Why nobody is speaking about Lord Ram? And then you give that Ram Katha, so I was like mesmerized. You, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. You are from here, India. Which part?
Yeah, I'm from Gorakhpur, Prabhuji. Gorakhpur.
You told me from Gorakhpur. Usually Gorakhpur people are in Thailand. You went a little further to Singapore.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, a lot of.
The part of the Thailand is full with the Gorakhpur people.
A lot of restaurants they're running, Prabhuji. Business.
Everything Gorakhpur. Gorakhpur is very popular there. So, see you again sometime. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Yes.